Hello, my name is Irina. I'm certified open yoga teacher. And this is the material for the site yogaopenyoga.com, and we are meeting on the course about how to find your yoga teacher, as well as some extra questions on yoga topics. And good job that you have succeeded to this step, and we are going further. When we have discussed how to find a teacher and who are the teachers, we could talk about what is yoga school, and thereby we go to the very basics. What is yoga? Yoga is very ancient, very kind system of self-exploration and exploring of the universe. The system is very humane, very kind. It observes the common sense, logic, and it is based on the experience. It means whatever has been done before can be done again and again. And what is the goal of the system called yoga? If you remember, then in the very beginning we had even the material, specific material on the yoga and freedom. The goal of yoga is unlimited freedom. How this is expressed in many different ways. There are kind of different understandings of what is this unlimited freedom, and there are different terms like enlightenment, reaching of the point of yoga, and many others. With many other related systems, this is something that people have to agree with the understanding, and what they understand was the term. So unlimited freedom, it means that nothing is restricting you, but there are different ways how to achieve it. There's no one specific recommendation or one way that we have to go, otherwise we would know it, and there would be the same principles and exercises for each and everybody. Not that much of the freedom left, but as we have already noticed, or we have discussed, that the aspect of freedom is very important. But how you use your freedom, it is up to you. And the methods of the reaching this unlimited freedom or enlightenment can be very different. And this is like climbing the mountains. You can do it by the serpentine, around and around, and taking more time, or you can do the cliff climbing and do this quite fast if you are strong enough. But if you don't feel strong enough, or you are not strong enough, then it's of course suggested the round road way, getting them one more level up. And when the people who shared similar views on the life meet together and go together, this is the way when the school is formed. Yoga is not an exception. There are a lot of schools in yoga, and as you see, if there is a method, there is the specific school. And sometimes method is going to the unlimited freedom through the asceticism, by kind of restricting yourself, and the other way there are different ways, but it is impossible to trace this history up to the very end. because we are very much used to in our Western world that there are documents, there are proofs, there are some kind of investigation, archives. Teaching is very old, schools are very old, and not that much of documentation left for the people to follow it. It's either you feel, again, by the intuition or with your common sense that this school is helping you and is good for you, or you are not doing it and choosing something else. Thereby, it's always asked for the followers rather than to be strict believers, than to check and to find the most effective ways. And if this school is not giving you the best way, then you are up to finding something else. How to kind of we give the principles of yoga, we follow the recommendations we give. Through these kind of stories and things, how it happens. So be smart and don't kind of let those trick yourself, but if it's helpful, I would really suggest to use it. Then there is also a question about the yoga studies and the costs. We already touched this topic, but as you see, from time to time we kind of return to the place and we build new knowledge, new layer on it. That means that all the future knowledge is based on the previous one. This is like the putting the bricks together, making one logical kind of system that is very good, that you learn one piece, the other, one more and one more, and you are making the stable foundation for your studies. And then coming back to the cost, of course, we have heard that yoga is for free, and we have heard a lot of invitations to do for free, yoga in parks for free, yoga classes for free, yoga ashrams for free, life for free. And then we imagine the people walking from one house to another was the kind of asking for food or asking for money. For the Western kind of lifestyle, this is kind of weird because we are used to taking care of ourselves, and we have kind of reserved attitude to the people asking for that. In the Eastern culture, this is a little bit different because the people who were walking like this could have been monks, and they often were. There were not that many beggars. And it was regarded as something good that this person of such a high level of self-awareness is coming to your house and is sharing their knowledge with you. And that's why kind of this was exchange for giving them place to stay or giving them some food or something that is required. But they would never stick to this place for more than 3 days. They would be on the way all the time. So this is kind of differences. And this is where we come into conflict often between the Western and the Eastern worlds, because we don't have this full understanding about why the things are one way or the other. And also about the studies. If the person received from the teacher or instructor or the master the knowledge, they would exchange it for some work. This would never be kind of free. The teaching as itself, the knowledge cannot be, it's impossible to buy it or to buy the teacher or just name the price and I'll pay it. It doesn't work in yoga, and that's an exchange. The knowledge is given as a gift. Only what can make things more kind of comfortable for you or a little bit less comfortable is that resources you do give to the teachers and instructors or yoga in general is making your kind of opportunity bigger or smaller. It's not it's not a question about whether you receive the knowledge or not. It's just how comfortable it is for you to study it. If you are doing it in a class, or you're reading the books, or you are watching it on the screen, and how it all is happening, or kind of try to find their way to the people, or there are different teachers and different people, how they can hear it, if it's through the legends or myth, or it's about from the examples of the private life, or on a mathematical level. So it's up to you to decide. And what is the problem of today is that people don't believe in themselves, and that's why they are they have all the troubles in their life due to this. And there was an ancient treatise telling about the Raja, or the king of the kingdom, and he was telling that there's a poverty, there's a corruption, there are a lot of problems in his country. What can he do in order to improve the situation? And the wise man said that this is the biggest problem. People don't believe in themselves, and if there is a poverty and there is fear, they form the bad habits. And what he can do is to invite the wise men to give the kind of their teaching, to be nice to them, welcome them from abroad, also giving them the kind of nice pay for what they have done, also inviting other merchants, and also inviting other people to listen to these wise men and to be interested in learning these new things. And also inviting some merchants there, also buying for a good price their products. That would bring the more prosperity, more a good area, or believe in yourselves, learn, study, become strong, and your kingdom, that is you and the people around you, will be very, very honored to be together with you. Thereby, my best wishes to you, my invitation for you to read through the material. Again, this the small piece on the story of the ancient texts. And my wish for you to find the people who are sharing your ideas, sharing your concept of life or view on the life. And this is what is forming the yoga school, or the people whom you would be happy to be together with. And the test is waiting for you, and we meet on the next class. See you soon.